Hello, everyone. I'm Betsy Ross from Game Day Communications in Cincinnati, and thank you for being with us to learn a little bit more about the Catch the Wave virtual conference coming up September 21 through 24. And joining us today is Shelly Heller. She is President, Allied Shipping and Packaging. Shelly, how are you today?
Good. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Listen, thank you. The last time that you and I talked, you were in the thermometer business at a very opportune time. How is that going right now?
You say, like we had said earlier, you said knee deep. We're about this deep right now. So we have been so blessed with an incredible, just influx of corporations and retail corporations who have wanted us to put our thermometers in their stores and online. So, and that all is because of WBEC, for sure. So we can get it. I have a ton of people to thank, so we can do that later.
Well, it's a service that a lot of people need, that's for sure. Catch the Wave conference is coming up next month. Why do you think it's so important for people to use that conference to network for their business?
To me, I think it is the best conference. It's probably because we have so many corporates in the Midwest. I mean, anywhere from Macy's to Eaton to, oh my goodness, just so many corporations, and they all show up to meet with us. They have a very strong and deep commitment to supplier diversity, and we get to meet with them, and they're so approachable, and also, with the weebies that are in the room, we become very close, and we start doing business together. And I know for Tempagenix, we do 4 of the 5 assembly and production of our thermometers are done by women-owned businesses. So we're our commitment is super deep with WBEC.
What has networking in general meant to your business? You touched on it a little bit about how much that you depend on women-owned businesses to fulfill the orders that you're making. If someone is not familiar with the organization or with events like Catch the Wave, why is networking so important?
Well, networking is in my wheelhouse. So I'm very comfortable in that arena. So I really enjoy being with everyone in one location for a few days, because then you get to have time to meet with either the people that you have made relationships with over the years or new people that you can meet through other weebies. For example, I'll give you an example. National conferences over the last, I think we've been certified, Allied Shipping and Packaging has been certified for 12 years. And so I built a relationship with Tabitha from Lowe's. And we try to do business together, and our business plays, Allied Shipping and Packaging plays super well in tier 2. So tier 1 was a little tough for us, honestly. So what happened was Tabitha and I still have amazing relationships. And so then go into Tempagenix and Tempagenix. I was talking about it so much. She said, well, listen, I'm in the retail group, the corporate retail group. Let me have one of those thermometers and I'll take it to the retail group. She ended up doing that, and Target took it. And we've been in Target for the last almost 2 years. So it's the relationship, and it's the time, and it's the, not selling all the time, but actually just being in a relationship, just getting into relationships and meeting people where they're at. But I think for someone who has never been to this event or any event, it is behoove you to do it. It is absolutely life-changing and game-changing to the amount of people that you have access to, plus the amazing women that you will meet, who 9 times out of 10 are exactly where you are. There's a bunch of us that have been getting together and talking about how our businesses have been doing during COVID. And to be able to have that trustworthy network where whatever's said here stays here, is a blessing to all of us, because we feel like we can dump things on the table and then we can pick them back up if we want. If that makes any sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned that, of course, Allied is the main business. Tempagenix
Right.
has blossomed in these
The side gig.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, side gig.
Yeah.
Your side hustle over there.
You're right.
What
Right.
has it been like for you to juggle these two businesses?
Honestly, I got in trouble by one of our strategic planners last week or a couple weeks ago. I guess I keep getting in trouble. That Temp and Toss has literally taken over 90% of my work life. And so I've had to come to some type of a balance with Allied Shipping and Packaging. So I'm back into kind of a 60-40 thing.
Mhm.
And so it's like anything, you almost have to top out or bottom out to get the realization that you really have to start working on this as well. So we're super blessed that we have someone who comes in and helps us do strategic planning and literally sets me straight. So it's been difficult. It's been difficult on both companies. You know, Allied Shipping and Packaging does packaging for automotive, aerospace, medical. So we are medical devices. So we are an essential business.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual essential businesses have to be building things for us to put a box in to send. So it's been slow, coming back a bit. But you know, with Tempagenix taking off like a rocket, it's just,
Sure.
You go through these emotional feelings of, oh my gosh, look how great this is. Oh, I have to go do this. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things. And, you know, it's just the nature of the world. And I think for both April and I, who is my part, April Pollock with Tempagenix, we've learned that nimble and flexible are a real thing. And pushing yourself to limits that you didn't think you would possess.
I think that anybody in this climate over the last few months, if you're not flexible, if you can't turn on a dime, it's really difficult because things in the world change so quickly. Oh. And we've seen the global supply chain, it's been compromised over the last few months. What has that meant for you with the Made in America, Made in USA supplies?
People who know me know I'm like a hardcore Made in the USA person. I mean, I actively will search out Made in the USA. I will actively search out family-owned businesses to do business with. I will do my research to know where the money's going to. So I think this is two-sided for me, really. On the Temp and Toss side, in a positive way, people are clamoring for Made in America because of the China issue and their ports freezing up and things not getting here. And then once they get here, like for example, the infrared thermometers aren't working as well as everyone thinks they should. You know, you have to run them over your head 2, 3, 4 times to get kind of an average thermometer read. And so what we did in light of that for Tempagenix is that we had a separate company do a research study on all thermometers that were affected. And a majority of them come from overseas, which is very disheartening. So they did that, and we came out, and we're going to do a white paper on it that says Temp and Toss is the most consistent thermometer. So that was good. But then again, on the other side, you know, of Allied Shipping and Packaging, with everything coming over from overseas. Now, these could be automotive parts, you know, aerospace parts you need for medical, you know, parts you need for cylinders or Kodak or, you know, anything like that. They're not getting here. So then the supply chain and being able to produce their products gets delayed. So we get delayed. So it's played such a huge part, I think, globally, for everyone here in America. And I think there's a wake up call is what I believe it is. And I know some may not agree, but I think we need to pull back into be made in America so that our supply chain can be safe.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are saying that as well. You had mentioned about how much you depend on women-owned businesses to help you fulfill. If someone has never attended Catch the Wave or one of these conferences, what's your advice? What would you tell them the benefits are of being involved in the conference?
Oh, the benefits so outweigh being nervous. I'll just tell you that, because I know when I first started, believe it or not, I was nervous. That I thought you would just walk in and people would absolutely know who you were and they were going to hand you contracts. I really did. I mean, I had that belief that, you know, the world does revolve around me and that people were going to give me contracts. Well, that is not true. So what I did was we committed to going to everything, no matter what. I mean, and learned over time that sitting at lunch with someone, sitting at breakfast with someone, standing next to someone in line, if you want to go meet a corporate, whatever it is, you never know who it is. You never know if there's a WBEC that's $1 billion company, which there are, and $1 million companies. So we made it kind of a, you know, we love the corporates, don't get me wrong, and we play very good in the second tier area. But we do a lot of business with a lot of women-owned businesses because A, you can trust them, they can trust you, they've already been vetted, and it's amazing. So I would make an effort to every time I sat at a table to sit next to someone I didn't know. Mm-hmm. And you meet them and it's amazing what will happen. And everyone's scared. So you just walk up and say, hey, can I sit by you? And then it just starts. So, and one good thing about Catch the Wave and about WBEC as a whole is that it is, you know, when you get into this point where social graces are social graces, don't get me wrong, but handing someone a card and saying, this is what I do, is not offensive at a WBEC conference or at a Catch the Wave conference, because it is said out loud, tell everyone what you do. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of a relieving thing when you're, you know, trying to network per se. So I love it. We would never be, Allied Shipping and Packaging or Tempagenix would never be where they are today without Catch the Wave, without a doubt.
Great. Good advice there. Shelly Heller, President, Allied Shipping and Packaging. Shelly, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you at Catch the Wave.
Wonderful. Thanks, Betsy. Really appreciate it. See ya.